Okay, I'm going to be talking about dandelions today and the metaphor, what we're seeing in reality right now with the coronavirus, and what I think is a lot of people starting to wake up to what is going on. Okay, I like to preach nature, and in my humble opinion, I think there's a huge amount of metaphors um, for Christ being nature. Okay. I'm not going into that today. What I'm going to do, though, is talk about a metaphor that basically, a couple of days ago, I was out walking the dogs, and this is what I've come across. This is what I've been seeing out in nature right now. The dandelion, the humble dandelion, considered a weed by most. I don't consider it a weed, but there's a metaphor here. Okay, are you seeing it already? This flower that happens to look a lot like the sun. Oh look, it's my nose now. Happens to look a lot like the sun. Actually changes its behavior around the sun. This thing will shut at night. This flower head will close up at night. Okay, and then it opens back up when the sun comes out. Very interesting. So we've got the sun here. Okay, now what some people will say is that this is the moon aspect of the partnership, which, yes, it's definitely that metaphor as well. Okay, when you look at the moon, it kind of does look translucent. Okay, it's that white translucency, whatever I'm trying to say. Okay. What I'm seeing here, though, right now, with the situation that's going on, is I'm seeing the coronavirus. In fact, initially, when I was walking, I happened, I'm just looking around at stuff, and I'm looking at this, a seed head, very similar to this. In fact, not as thick as this. And I looked at it, I'm like, that does look a lot like the image of the image that they give us of the coronavirus. Okay, and so I'm like, it's a sign, Dan. It's a sign. So anyway, I'm going to put this up against my forehead because it's going to be easier to see. If you look at that now, if you look at the center of the seed head itself, this is the seed head of this plant. This is what this flower is going to turn into. It turns into this seed head, right? If you look at the outer layer of this seed head, if you go and pick one of these and look at it, it definitely looks like a corona. Okay, there's this sort of haziness to the outer shell. Okay, and that brings us back to eggs again. This outer shell is the corona. Okay, now, and don't get me started on what eggs and corona. There's a huge metaphor there. Maybe I should do that metaphor next. But if you look at the center of, and that's actually where the seeds are, that dark area in the center there, the eye of the corona. Okay, the metaphors are just everywhere, right? But that center eye is the darkened part, is the actual seed itself, and the rest of it. Let's pluck one of these off of here. If I can pluck one with it. Oh, here's a whole bunch of them. Let me bring them up. Okay, there's your little helicopters. Again, you just can't write this stuff. There's your little helicopters, what we're seeing with the Kobe helicopter crash and the helicopter drops, which is what they're calling the payments now. Sorry, my fingers look so terrible, but you can see how that is thicker. You see the wispy little tails. That's the corona there. And what's happening right now is the center of this if I turn it round where I've lost some seeds, you'll see the center of that is actually, it's actually very close to white. That is the light at the center, which is being obscured by the dark. Okay, now gosh, Dan, come on, get on with it. And what you're seeing is an illusion. You're seeing the corona as a result. Okay, as this corona disappears, the thorn of crowns disappears, and with it pulls away the veil, the darkness, the dark disk that blocks the sun. Okay, this is what's being removed at the minute, this dark disk. And if we carry on doing it, let me remove half of these. Bloody hell, I'm getting a mess here. My wife's gonna be irate. I brought one in the other day. I thought I'll do a video on this, and I just left it sat there on the side, and there was seeds everywhere. What is this mess? What is it? I'm like, oh, I was gonna do a video. She's like shaking her head at me. Anyway, look, I've picked off some of those, and if you can make out the whiteness there, the center core of the whole system, that's the light. Okay, the light at the end of the tunnel. I just saw it as a nice little metaphor, and we can start getting into, you can get into all the other little metaphors right now with the rebirth, with this time of year. I mean, there's so much stuff. I could do videos for hours and hours on this stuff. I just wanted to do a quickie on this. Maybe I'll do one on an egg. I don't know. Maybe I should just put that in this video. The yolk. Okay, that's the yellow. That's the sun. The corona. Okay, is the white that's around the sun. Okay, and right now everything is, I don't know, encased in the shell. Okay, when that shell breaks, hopefully some kind of metamorphosis has happened, and out emerges something new. Okay, from that. Oh my gosh, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I should probably end it here. I'm just going to keep waffling if I don't. Anyway, there you go. There you have it. The sun. The dark center that is blocking the light. You can see the light at the center, and what is formed is the thorn of crowns, the crown of thorns. Okay, this is the wispiness you're seeing around here. It's a really nice metaphor that nature gives us there. Okay, put it against my head so you can see it better. The third eye. Half the time you don't even realise you're doing this crazy symbolism. I just realised myself what I was doing. Oh dear. Nutter. Alright. That's it for this one. Oh god. I'm on a... whatever. See ya. Hope you enjoyed it.